Since apparently you take Phantom Force's advice from a level 84, it's time I do the most important attachments in the game, the Muzzle Brake versus the Compensator. Before this video starts, I would like to say two things. One, I stream on Sunday through Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Come check it out. I do a bunch of cool things like Infection, Gun Game, Window Wars, Duck Hunt, Michael Myers, cool game modes. If you never heard of it, come check it out. But let's just jump right into it. Like the last video, there really isn't a clear winner when you're using these attachments. It all depends on the gun. I call these the two most important attachments in the game because these will most greatly affect your gun's recoil. And gun recoil is one of the most important things in the game because it determines if you're going to hit the guy, if you're not going to hit the guy. If you're not good at controlling recoil, it's very important that you have the right attachments so you have the least amount of recoil possible so it's easier to aim. But I'm pretty sure you guys understand why recoil is important, so let's just jump right into it. Let's start off with the Compensator. This attachment is used to negate horizontal recoil but increases the vertical recoil. So this attachment is best used in guns that spray more horizontal recoil than they do vertical recoil. As I mentioned in the previous video, it is important that you pick the muzzle based on whatever has the most recoil, then use your grip to negate any small recoil left with it. In many situations, like with the HK21, it has a lot of horizontal and some vertical recoil. Let's go ahead and take a look at the HK21 with and without the Compensator. This is the HK with no attachments. This is the HK with just a Compensator. And this is the HK with a Compensator and a folding grip. As you see in this test, the spread of the gun goes down, but the recoil goes up. So to compensate, the reason why I showed the folding grip and the Compensator together is because the folding grip negates vertical recoil while the Compensator negates a large amount of horizontal recoil. So putting these two together reduces the spread by a lot. I know with the HK, the recoil is absolutely insane and it wasn't probably the best example to use, but this is the first thing I thought of when it comes to horizontal recoil because it just has so much of it. Using these guns attachments that I gave you, you would have a lot easier of a time controlling the recoil and getting more kills. These attachments don't just apply to this gun. Anything with a large amount of horizontal recoil, this would work. After getting tinnitus from the HK, let's just get right into the Muzzle Brake. The Muzzle Brake, as you can probably guess, is the exact opposite of a Compensator. Instead of it being horizontal recoil, it's vertical recoil that it controls. In my personal experience, I use the combo of Muzzle Brake and Stubby a lot more because usually the vertical recoil is far greater than the horizontal. A good example of this rule is the M16A3. This is the M16A3 with no attachments. This is the M16A3 with just a muzzle brake, and this is the M16A3 with both a stubby and a muzzle brake. As you see in the comparison, the muzzle brake takes down the recoil by a big amount. Using the stubby grip with it lowers the spread and makes the gun very accurate. This is why knowing what attachments to use is very important because they greatly impact your game. At this point in the video, some of you guys might ask, well, what about the
muzzle boost?
I might make a video addressing this attachment later on, but I really don't see a reason to. If you really want to use this attachment, all it does is boost your RPM. So if you're looking for RPM and a lot of recoil, well, there you go, you have it. The only way to properly use this attachment is if you have a really low recoil gun and it needs more RPM. Anyways, that's really it for today, guys. I hope this was really helpful, like the stubby versus folding grip video was. If you have any further questions, make sure you check out the Twitch, and I would be more than happy to answer any of your questions. I also have a Discord, so if you want to talk to me personally, my DMs are always open. Thank you for all the support, it means a lot, believe me, and yeah, peace out.